Why simplicity beats complexity? Hi guys, today we're going to talk about how simplicity beats complexity, and we're going to use one example, kind of self-defense situation where most schools teach it one way, and I'm going to show you how you would solve this problem in Jeet Kune Do. So the one example you have seen is when someone grabs you with both hands and he wants to do something with you. In some schools you can see people teach this and defend against this like this way, going this way, and then use the elbow. So the thing is, many can go wrong with this. If he wants to use the elbow, let's try and use elbow. It doesn't work. Why? So he could use, technically he could use back fist, you see here, he could use back fist. But the problem is here, you have multiple movements here before you would actually attack the guy. So if he holds me and I go like here, 1 and go 2. And this is also, while I'm doing this, I'm actually doing nothing to him. What could happen is he could actually let go and just hit me, okay? He could also hit me in the lower part, and then he could use this hand. Despite I'm blocking his hand here, but you can see he can out-punch me easily, going multiple angles before I even can use my elbow. So that's the risk. You can say, well, you can do this when the guy does not react. Well, how do you know he is not going to react? Because this is a very, very fast situation. The moment I do this, he could punch me, he could do anything, he could even throw me if he wanted. Even if somebody said to you, this is fairly simple and easy to do, it is a more complicated movement that you actually could do, because there are far simple things you can use in this situation and that are safer for your security, and you could do immediately damage to your opponent. So you have less risk being punched back. And you see what happens here. I'm going here to do this and pull his hands down. And I'm missing all these targets with my hand, but doing nothing. You could instead just go from here direct to the eye. Look, I'm already passing his eyes with my hands. Instead of doing here nothing, you can go here and do the eye jab. You can go between and attack the eyes. You can go between, attack the chin. You can go between, attack the throat. Punch him. You can even punch him in the solar plexus or punch him in the ribs, instead of going here to do the elbow, because this is, you are positioning yourself other way to attack him here. If you want to attack him here, just go with the hook this way. Instead of focusing too much what he's doing with his hands and trying to break his hands and attack him afterwards, which is 2 steps. You're ignoring all these targets and you want to attack his hands, and then you want to attack his face or these targets, which is actually 2 steps before you actually attack him. And to being direct is skipping all these 2 steps and switching directly to the attack. Instead of ignoring all these targets and doing step 1, and then step 2 is pushing his hands down, and step 3 is actually attacking. So you can eliminate the step 1 and 2. The step 1 is going across, the step 2 is pushing his hands down, and step 3 is attacking. If you eliminate step 1 and 2 and you go directly to the step 3 and you attack him, and this is the directness in Jeet Kune Do, what it means. So eliminating this rather stupid movements that cost you time, and you give this time to your opponent actually to react. So instead going here and then attack, you can immediately attack, you can immediately attack here, 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 or here, or even using your left. If you're lefty, you would use more left hand in Jeet Kune Do. This costs you no time and it does immediately a damage to the opponent. And this goes fast because he grabs you, you punch the guy. You can punch the guy here. You can eye jab the guy. You can eye jab the guy here. You can punch the guy here. This goes fast instead of 1 and 2. This is far faster. You can even from here go to the groin. You can go here and attack the groin, this groin, and he would go down and you can punch him again. This is what directness means. And directness beats always the complexity, which means if you would use in the same situation a more complex thing compared to the more simple and direct thing, the direct thing has less time and is safer and it reaches his goal quicker. Even if it's only half a second. You always want to prevent the opponent to be able to do something, to give him too much time. Of course, in order to be able to strike efficiently and effective, you have to train this. You could argue that some people don't know how to hit, so they have to do stuff like this. Well, self-defense or fighting, martial arts, it doesn't work without training. So if you think you can defend yourself by doing a self-defense course, it's probably not going to work because you don't have anything in your muscle memory that you can actually recall in a real situation. So the best way is actually to train every day. And when you train every day, you can put time in this kind of techniques where you can strike very effectively and attack vulnerable targets, where you can use your fists with power, speed, and also momentum and timing. It's very important. So you can train this, you should train this, and this is how you would use this in late Jeet Kune Do instead of doing some kind of complicated things. That's what Bruce actually called always, don't forget, is a classical mess. Eliminate all the unnecessary movements and go to the point and straight and direct. So guys, that's all for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.